All right, hey guys, John here again at my facility, Empowered Strength in Bend, Oregon, talking about the Mace 360s, another progression down that continuum. Nice option for developing some power, being able to stabilize our core, and just get that mace moving in a nice full 360 pattern like it sounds. So make sure starting out, I like to have my top hand, the direction I'm gonna tip is to the top hand pointing this way. Make sure to keep my ribs down and not flare an arch here. I want to keep that mace moving in a nice continuum here. I can start to kind of let that mace drop and drive, get some power coming around. This, for example, is 20 pounds. Most starting point for men is going to be around 10 to 15 pounds. Really strong guys, maybe 15 to 20. Learning those principles with an even lighter, simple product like the On-It maces is a good option before we progress into anything heavier and longer. This is just a nice sweet spot here with this loadable, adjustable mace here. So ladies are going to be probably in that 5 to 10 pound max. So to give you a little point of reference. So I'm going to bring this up carefully, stabilize in my rack position, and rotate around back to that starting position. See from the side, keep that real close to my body here. Okay, so I can imagine like in between, in a close hallway or two panes of glass right here. So I want to tip that real carefully and stay close to my body, and you feel a big difference when you do that well. And as I'm pulling it over, if I can time this well where I do my pull and come around, that really makes a big difference. So what I like to say, as we're coming around, we're going to tip, we're going to stretch, and we're going to rip it over our shoulders. So tip, stretch, rip. Tip, stretch, rip. Okay? So when I come over the top, I really want to let that mace fall, work with gravity naturally here. Feel this nice stretch, this position where I'm not overarching my back and getting my head and neck scrunched up. I'm just trying to relax and stretch, pull into the triceps and lats. And then as it comes around, I'm going to really rip it down, pull hard, almost like throwing somebody over my shoulder. Really rip that down, depending on the weight. Starting point, I'd rather have the body be a little bit more stable. Kind of show you this different style, more of this kind of hard style, more tension style of keeping my body from moving, keeping my head still, my eyes are straight ahead, just something more flow to it. Here, it's a little softer, more of a flow style to it. You see I move my body a little bit more, my hips move, my weight shifts a little more. I can rotate through this torso. So some of that can be good. I'd rather see people start and own those fundamentals and be more kind of rigid and fairly tight here, but not so tight where I'm not trying to move and be in this real stiff plank position. So you see how that can look a little bit more awkward too. So kind of finding that happy medium, working into it. Again, lighter weight, maybe sets of 10 or so each direction, even switching our grip. After we get that down in that standard direction, we could go the other way with our hand either direction here. So we get familiar because we're going to be doing things going both directions anyways. So I could do pauses here and hold each turn, or I can continue around, get a little flow momentum going. So again, probably since a 10 is a good place to start, we could work up to some really high reps depending on our goals, things like that, work up in weight, depending on what those principles that you're trying to work on are. So there is the 360 with the mace.